Hi there.
Hey Angel, how
How
are
are
you?
you? Fine. How are
I'm
you,
doing all
Brandon?
right.
Good, good. Thanks for joining. And thanks for everyone who's joined so far. So Brandon, first of all, I want to say thank you for taking the time. I know you are, into your fitness and into
No, I'm very happy to do this live with you, you know?
awesome. Well, I'm happy to do it with you too. And hopefully some of your, bodybuilding will rub off of me during this during this conversation.
You know, last night I've been switching up my training routine to
Oh,
2 sessions to 3. But each session could be up to an hour.
oh no, no,
And
no, 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 no. No, 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 no.
I had my last session last night and I was thinking, I don't want to do it. Maybe I should just go sleep. And then I'm like, no, I have to do it. I have to. And then sometimes I go on Instagram or YouTube, watch some people that are working out just to get some motivation.
Yeah,
And then I just and sometimes those are the best workouts, the one you don't want to do.
yeah. And you're
Actually,
so surprised afterwards how good you feel,
for
right?
real, for real.
Yeah,
And the
yeah,
the benefits are always good as well. So
totally. So, thanks for everyone who's joining so far. If you have questions for Brandon, just pop them down in the comment section below and he'll be happy to answer them. And meanwhile, Brandon, we're going to just kick off with our questions. I have them
alrighty,
pinned down in the comment section just to kind of help me to follow along.
alrighty.
And so, Brandon, first of all, again, thank you so much for coming on and
Mm-hmm.
sharing your journey with everyone. And so, the
Yeah.
first question is if you could tell us how you started your vegan journey and how you
Okay.
got to where you are today.
All right. My vegan journey was pretty as I said with Rachel in my last life, it was almost like a natural transition, into going vegan. Cause I always question myself like, why am I eating certain stuff, But growing up, I've always been health conscious. My peers, my parents, we have always been health conscious. So I think that's the reason we have always maintained such a slender physique. We just don't eat anything. We are pretty skeptical on what we eat. And my dad is a big reason for me going vegan as well. He's been trying to go raw vegan forever. So he
Oh,
always compliments me and said this is something he has been trying to do for years, and I'm doing it now. It just makes him happy. So me going vegan, it's pretty much my diet. Me working out, I have to have a good diet as well. So I would say my diet is always pretty clean. And then the only thing in my diet was just the only bad thing in my diet was chicken. And then I was asking, why am I eating this? And then I thought I had to eat it. That's just the mindset. I thought I had to eat chicken. I don't know if you ever had that
yeah, because they tell us that we need
yeah,
chicken for protein. We need meat, we need to eat
yeah,
animals for protein or
yeah, yeah,
other nutrients. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I've been there.
So when I thought about it, I'm like, I wonder if I'm gonna be like anorexic or something. And then I remember one of my friends is vegan. I'm like, oh, he's I remember one of my friends is vegan, and then I knew a couple other people that are vegan. And then I researched bodybuilders who are vegan, and then it was starting to make sense now. I'm like, you know what? I think I could do it. I think I could do it.
Wow, that's
And
great.
then I start switching out the chicken for tofu. And then I just started eating tofu, and then I started switching out the tofu to just beans, and then I just went plant-based vegan, and then I did that for a long time. And then, but even when I ate my vegan food, I never ate I said I never ate vegan like pastries, and it was always just whole food plant-based. There's always just natural foods.
So you skipped over the junk food, which whereas
I
I
no,
I
I never ate
started with
junk
the
food.
junk.
I never ate junk food. Even when I wasn't vegan, I never ate junk food.
Oh,
I've
I
always
did.
been pretty skeptical in what I eat. you know.
You're way ahead of me. You're way ahead of me.
You know, my sister says, Brandon, I don't know how you do. You have a strong mind. I'm like, sis, if I have a strong mind, you have a strong mind too. We're family. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
But no, I've never ate junk food. That's one of the reasons for that is to certain foods just don't do well in my body, you know? So I just never messed around with junk food, you know.
Yeah.
I used to have acne problems as well, but when my acne, it would come clear up. And I'm like, I couldn't figure it out, you know. I thought it was the sugars. For a long while, you know, I bought lots of facial products. I went to facial people for my face, and then finally when I figured out it's my diet,
Yeah.
you know, and it just cleared up like magic, you know.
It's amazing. And so many people have said that. So it has to
Yeah.
be true, you know.
Yeah, it is.
It's not just a one-off thing where only one person is saying it. Like so many people are saying
No,
this.
it really is, you know. And I tell my mom and my dad and a few of my peers that with me, if I wasn't vegan and I was just eating whatever, my outsides show, you know. Some people, their outsides may look good, you know, and they're not eating healthy. For me, it's the opposite. If I eat unhealthy, my outsides just look, you could see that I'm unhealthy, you know. So I tell them that, you know, in the long run, you know, you may run into some health problems, you know, because you're not seeing nothing on the outside now, and then the insides are messing up, you know.
It takes longer. It takes
Yeah.
longer to realize that there's a problem.
Yeah. And one of the reasons I've always wanted to be healthy, I've always been very active growing up, you know, I can't sit down. I have to do something. Very, very active, you know. So
Yeah.
at I think age 17, that whole year, I didn't work out at all. That was kind of weird for me. I don't know why it happened. I just didn't work out the whole year.
Yeah.
And I felt unfit, you know, not out of shape, just unfit. You know, I didn't feel that boost I had, you know, the few years back. And then I realized that I had to start getting back, doing stuff, you know, working out, eating healthy. And then I realized how important the diet is, you know. Because I'm like, if I'm feeling like this at 17, imagine if I continue this cycle up to 20, 25, 26, you know, going up. It could get really bad, you know?
Yeah, it's going to get worse.
I really enjoy moving my body. I really do. I think it's a blessing, you know. I don't manipulate it. I think it's because a lot of people can't really do some this stuff, you know, especially working out, you know. So I really enjoy doing that. You know?
Yeah. And we'll talk more about your workouts, but tell us how you decided to go raw or predominantly raw. How did that happen in terms of your journey?
I never knew about raw vegan. I didn't even know they were raw vegans. But I always watched this guy called Marcus and Kara. They're on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But I never knew they were raw vegan. I never really questioned why they ate I just knew they were vegan, you know. It just didn't come to my mind that they were raw vegan, you know. And I'd always blend them in the blender, and then put it into the pot and then cook it with like my oatmeal. And my dad would always tell me, you're destroying your nutrients when you do all that stuff, you know. And then he would help me to steam my vegetables instead of boiling them down to destroy all the nutrients. And I started to realize that, you know, I think I'm getting on something with this, you know. I think I'm learning something, you know.
Yeah.
And one day I was just steaming my broccoli and my asparagus and my collard greens and stuff like that. But I couldn't get it to taste the way I wanted it to taste without adding salts and seasoning, because I never used those types of stuff, you know. Even when I did use seasoning, it was I think Mrs. Dash. It was no sodium, but I never used salts and sodiums on my stuff. I just ate them just like that, you know. But one day it just didn't taste right, and I was getting tired of it. And the only person that could get it right for me was my dad. And, you know, I can't depend on him all the time to cook my food for me. He has stuff to do as well. And one day I was like, you know what? I'm just going to eat lettuce, spinach, arugula, and it's all the greens that are edible right away, you know. And I just started doing it like that, you know. But I never told my parents I was going raw vegan, you know. My dad kind of figured out I was going raw vegan, and then because he knew a few raw vegans himself, but he never knew I was gonna take it to that level, you know. You know, so I started asking questions about this singer called I Wayne. He's from Jamaica. He's a raw vegan, and then this Rasta man called Profai, who's also raw vegan. And then, you know, I started watching them and learning them, and then I met John Rose, who was raw vegan, and I was like, oh, there's so much raw vegans, you know, in the world, you know.
Yes.
And it just pretty much started out like that, you know. But I really enjoy eating salads, you know. That's something I've always liked to eat. You know, I always tell my dad, you know, I can eat lettuce all day long. I have no problem eating lettuce. It's one of the veggies I really enjoy to eat, you know.
And that's such a stereotype for vegans that all we do is eat lettuce. So you would be the perfect representative for that stereotype.
My brother was making fun of Brandon. All you eat is lettuce all day long. I was like, so
it's good. It's good.
You know?
Yeah.
But I really enjoy that stuff.
Awesome. So, Brandon, tell us, how did you come up with the name of your Instagram page, Guap Don Vegan? The vegan I kind of figured out, but in case anyone is wondering out there, how did you come up with the name?
My name, Guap Don, came from my friend Josh. Don't remember his Instagram name right off my head, but his Instagram workout page is Stealth Fit. If you guys want to check him out, Josh. Josh is my good friend. You know, we went to
Josh.
Went to high school together. I've always been trying to make some money always early. You know, as a young person. You know, I've always had money goals. How much money I want at this age, this age, this age. You know. Wow. And I've always been able to accomplish certain of my money goals. So Josh just gave me the name Guap Don, you know. So my name is Brandon. He just gave me the name Guap Don. And then we just kept the name from there, you know.
Interesting.
We just kept the name from there. What's funny with Guap Don Vegan, I wasn't going to name the page Guap Don Vegan at all. I've always been trying to stay away from the vegan name. You know, I think the vegan community in the name is very positive, but I think sometimes it can be a little bit, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to use negative, but I'll just use it for now. But
you mean for non-vegans?
No, I think for vegans as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
For vegans as well, you know. But I was just gonna name it. I don't remember what I was gonna name it, but my girlfriend said, "Yeah, let's name it Guap Don Vegan. It's catchy. It sounds good."
Yeah.
And she's the reason why I made this page, because I wasn't gonna make it, to be honest, because I've had all these pictures just piling up in my gallery, hard drive, and I used to put them on my highlights, you know, and like it's really nice space. I'm like, let me make a page to show all my friends, and because they're truly motivated by the way I eat, you know, and a lot of them have made so many different health choices and decisions, you know. So it's really amazing what I'm able to do to inspire them, you know.
Well, let's jump to that question, because that question was coming later, but I'm glad you brought it up. So, because what I wanted to know was, like, you as a young person, like, how is it for you and your peers, the fact that you're vegan, and you know, how do they react to that? So it sounds like you're inspiring them, so that's just super awesome. But what else are they saying to you?
Well, I don't talk to a lot of people. I only talk to a few. Well, I have friends, but I don't contact them as much. They know I have my ways where I have to be private. You know, it's just the way I am. But I call my peers from time to time, and you know, we will discuss eating habits. You know, they want to get healthier and stuff like that. You know, one of my friends called me 2 weeks ago, you know, and he was like, he wants to get healthier, you know. He just feels sluggish, and he wants to get better, you know. And I'm telling him, you know, eat whatever you want now, but I want you to input a salad into your daily meals, you know. Just start with that for now and just keep it up, you know. Try to lose some weight, and then eventually just start gradually going in there more and more, you know. And my mom has made big changes, my dad, my girlfriend, even my brothers, they're becoming very health conscious. They know certain stuff they're not supposed to eat, you know. You know, they just know
Yeah,
certain stuff, you know.
yeah,
And sometimes
yeah.
they'll try some of the vegan stuff I make as well, you know.
Awesome.
And regulars, my friends will just DM me and tell them they love what I'm doing, keep it up, you inspire us, and you know. So it's just really awesome, you know.
That is awesome. Oh
It,
my gosh. And I'm so
it
happy. I'm so happy like that they're coming to you because I
yeah,
mean, you have said you're a very private person. You kind
yeah,
of, stay in
yeah,
your own a little bit in your own, energy, I guess, but
yeah,
it's nice that your energy is like attracting them and they're
yeah, yeah, yeah,
curious and
yeah,
everything. So tell us a
yeah.
bit more, please, about your recipes and what inspires you in your recipes. They're very
Well,
colorful. You have loads of variety. I'm like, oh my gosh, he has like every nut on the planet in this salad.
you know, to be honest, I wouldn't call it recipes because I think the stuff I eat are so standard, but I know how to put them together. That's a compliment a friend gave me a couple years ago. He said, "You know how to make the simplest stuff look the best," you know?
Yes, yes,
You
yes,
know,
yes.
that's just something I take pride in, just using whatever I have to make the best of it, you know? So I wouldn't call it recipes. Most days it's just what I have, I put together and make it very appealing because I want to make sure I'm inspiring more people to make changes as well and make sure it's very beautiful and aesthetic for Instagram, you know. The only recipes, I have maybe specific recipes for my protein shakes, I call them. But that would be it. And the juices I make, those are never recipes. I just put whatever in there and it always comes out very good. You know, I have no recipes. I
Yeah,
put them in there and they always turn
yeah.
out to come very good, you know.
Yeah, yeah. But the good
So
thing is, like, obviously, you're using, what's in season,
yes,
you're not.
yes. That's very important. That's very important because I was craving mangoes. Like, oh my god, mangoes not even in season. And when they're in season, I wasn't even eating them. You know, that's the worst. You know, so
Yeah,
it's very
yeah.
good to eat what's in season when it is in season. You know.
I agree. And then the other thing, like I said, I love that you try to get your colors in there.
Yes, yes, yes,
That's so important, like for all your nutrients,
yes, yes.
so you're really
Uh,
like covering all your bases.
I have realized that with food, you know, you need to make it appealing to your eyes. You know, when it's really pretty, you just want it. You know, if it's not that pleasing, you just don't. You just doesn't want it. You know, and I
Yeah,
realized that my dad, he told me too. He said, "I know you're raw vegan, but the way you make your food, it will attract people to try and attempt to eat the way you eat because it's so pretty." You know, and I
yeah,
tell him thank you for that compliment. You know. So
yeah, I
that's
agree.
one of the goals, you know, to always make it very appealing to individuals who are not vegan, and who wants to transition to a raw vegan, you know. You know,
Totally,
so
totally.
that's just some of the stuff.
Well, I agree with all the feedback you've gotten because you
Yeah,
really do. I think what attracts me the most is the variety and all the
yeah,
colors. And I figure,
yeah.
oh yeah, he's just covered everything. Like, he just like throws everything in there.
Yeah,
Like,
I just put them in there.
yeah, yeah, I
You
love
know,
that.
one
For
the
those who are, just want to say sorry for those who are on the
yeah.
line here on the
Mhm.
live. If you have any questions for Brandon, just put them down in the comment section below, and he'll be happy to answer them. Go ahead, please, Brandon.
Yeah, one of my goals as well is to always eat some greens every single day, and I have never failed that ever, you know. So I've always tried to make sure I eat some greens every single day, and I think it's really
Totally,
important to eat greens, you know. And
totally.
I think it's really important too to be full, keep your stomach full with veggies and stuff, just to make sure you're maintaining a healthy weight and not being in a caloric surplus, you may say. But it doesn't really matter. But you know, I just really enjoy greens. You know, make me feel light and stuff, especially with my workouts. You know,
And you're
it's
getting
really,
so many nutrients and protein
yeah,
with it too.
yeah, yeah,
People don't think that, spinach has protein, but it
yeah.
does, For
Spinach is
example,
really super. It's really super.
yeah,
But
yeah.
even most times after a super tough workout, I may blend some stuff up just to make sure I'm shuttling that nutrient straight to the bloodstream instead of taking my time to eat it. Because I realize there's a difference with that as well when you're eating it and drinking it, it travels to your
Mm.
bloodstream very quicker.
Yeah,
So
well, I mean, yeah, and I think like with blending, you've already taken care of some of the like, what we would do with chewing or digesting.
hmm
That helps already to kind of break
yeah,
it down faster
yeah,
and make the nutrients more bioavailable more
yeah,
quickly.
yeah,
So definitely, I think like the whole, because for example, I personally am a terrible chewer. I don't
sure,
chew. Oh, I
yeah.
don't chew. I don't chew as I really no, I'm terrible. And so
Yeah,
blending for me is
yeah,
it's such a gift because
yeah. The
it takes care of a lot of that for me.
the blender is a vegan's friend. It really
Oh,
is, It really is. Cause
honestly,
some days I get really overwhelmed, and then I grab my blender because some days I'm not in the mood to sit there and chew all of that food. It can get really annoying at times.
I know.
So
I
the blender
know.
that comes in handy a lot of times.
Totally. And then what I love too is I can hide ingredients in a
Oh,
blended
you're the
smoothie.
first person I've ever hear mention that. I do that as well. I really do it as
I
well.
hide like ingredients that for me are very bitter,
Yeah,
or if I
yeah,
want to add spices, but it would be
yeah,
weird to like put
yeah,
spices on an apple or a
yeah, yeah,
pear.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I just like pour all the spices in the blender. And then, as I said, there's some ingredients for me that are a bit hard
Yeah,
to eat on their own, and
yeah,
so I put them all in the blender, and then everything
yeah,
just kind of, like all the flavors blend together pretty
yeah.
much. And so for me,
hmm
I hide ingredients.
I am the same way, especially with aloe vera. That's a
Oh
very,
la
very
la,
bitter.
that's powerful.
It really is. I have tasted it. I could cut a piece and eat it. It's very bitter, but I can do it. But I hide it into my shakes because I know how powerful it is. What else do I hide in there? I can't think right now, but I
But that's
hide
such
I
a
hide
good
some stuff.
example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even last night, I just got my braces tightened yesterday,
Oh,
and
that
I
must be
couldn't eat.
painful.
I couldn't
It's
eat, so I
painful,
just
right?
sometimes it usually painful in the beginning, but now it's just I guess I've adapted.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine now. But
Yeah.
last night I blended my food just so I could eat it because I was not gonna sit there and eat because the teeth are
No.
just so what's
So
the word, numb.
sore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
I
just
had
blended it.
braces when I was a teenager, and it was just
Yeah.
torture. It was
Yeah.
torture.
One of the reasons I got braces was because um I've always had crooked teeth, but it had always been very okay. But at a point it started to they were starting to come over each other, and
Oh yeah.
I started to feel a slight pain, and I realized I think I'm gonna have to get braces now
Oh
because
wow.
if it continues, it could get bad. So
Oh
that's one of the reasons
wow.
I got the braces. And the first night I
Yeah.
got them, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just call a dentist to take them off.
It's not that easy. It's
It
not
was
that
bad. It
easy.
was
No,
bad.
no, no.
It was so
No
bad.
way. That
I
I
couldn't.
never
I
heard
couldn't.
anyone say that. Yeah.
I couldn't sleep.
Oh,
I think I
it's
just passed out. I
horrible.
was just up, up, up. I just passed out with the pain.
It's horrible.
It was. It really
Horrible.
was. The first week of braces, I couldn't eat food. I had to drink mostly stuff. I had to drink most and blend mostly stuff. I just couldn't eat.
Totally. Totally.
But
Totally.
a friend of mine would always say, "Beauty's pain, Brandon."
I love that.
That's a term I go with.
Oh
You
my
know,
God. So
but
tell
yeah,
us now, let's go to your awesome um fitness videos,
videos.
and let's go to that, but also let's connect that to how or what have you seen as changes in your fitness levels since
My
you
fitness level.
converted to raw vegan?
All right. Thank you for the compliment as well. You know, I really enjoy compliments on my videos, so thank
I
you a
love
lot.
those videos. I can't do any of it, but I love.
You know, I told my friend I'm working on an ab video. It's for beginners and intermediate, so I'm gonna put it out. But just give me some time, and it will come out. And it's a video I've been doing for years, you know, and it's really helped to strengthen my core and my abs as well.
I need
So
that. I need
so
that
that
one.
video will be coming out. Will be coming out soon, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But with being vegan and raw vegan, being vegan, I felt different. I felt more stamina with my workout, more like I had more in the tank to push. And when raw vegan, it felt like I have to literally stop myself from working out at times
You have
because
so much energy.
I can just go, you know, my endurance has been really over the top. I did a 1 hour and 40-minute walk last week, you know, and I was just testing my endurance. I love to test it, you know, because I know it's pretty high these days. So I think raw vegan has helped with that to skyrocket my progress, you know. And
Totally.
what else can I say? Um, I recover faster these days. I could train really hard. Once I get my nutrients and my sleep, I come back the next day and train hard again. Because the biggest thing as an athlete or even bodybuilders, you know, the recovery is the most important thing. If you can't recover fast enough, you just won't be that efficient. You know, you come today, you're consistent. Next day, you're off. You know, you need to be on all the time. You know, so recovery is very important. And I think I'm progressing in my moves a lot faster than I was in the beginning as well, you know. Some moves may be really hard, but once I start to do them and practice them, they can become very quickly developed, you know, and stuff. So
Wow.
that's some of the stuff I have noticed with working out.
No, and I'm always so impressed with vegans who can build bodies like yours on
Hmm.
plants because
Yeah,
we grow up hearing that we need to eat
yeah,
animals for protein
yeah,
and
yeah.
muscles and blah blah blah. And to see like your body and like some of the other
Yeah,
vegan bodies out there, it's like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, like you guys look like statues that I've seen in museums. And you look like sculptures because your bodies are just like, you have
Yeah.
like these 10 packs going on. And I'm like, what? Oh my gosh. Like it's
my
like those are goals for me.
my friend, when I used to eat chicken, used to laugh that you only eat that baby piece of chicken, you know. And I knew. Hello.
Yeah, you're here. You're back.
Oh, it's back. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, no,
But
no
I've
problem.
always knew that chicken is not the most important thing for building muscle, you know. I knew that right off rip, you know. So that was one of the reasons me going vegan was very easy, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a really I'm so happy there like you had that, intuition, like that
yeah,
natural feeling that something was
yeah,
off,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
from a really early age. So I think that's
yeah,
awesome. So tell us,
yeah.
how do you kind of put together these,
The videos.
Emmy award winning, these like Grammy Emmy award winning videos? You have like, the bodybuilding going on, you have like the music going on. I mean, like,
um,
how did you like learn how to do all of this?
it's that's so crazy. That's a really great question that I have asked myself that recently. Like, how am I doing these videos like this? But I think it's my mind. You know, my mind wants it, and I know what I want for my videos, so that's what I'm looking for to put in my videos. So I think it's where my mind is at, why my videos are like that. You know, I really think that's why they come out like that. You know,
So you
and
like you create this movie in your head, and then you
um.
just or
I
you
create a movie in my
imagine.
head as well,
Yeah.
you know, but the most work goes into the editing. I make sure The most thing when I'm doing the videos, I'm just working out and I have my camera recording. So every time I turn my camera, I make sure I'm getting a perfect clip if I'm going to use that in my video. And then now I put it on the computer, I look at it, I get some music and I visualize it and I chop it up and I do this and this and this. And it just comes out very, very well.
It's so good. We have Tanya Karma Justice saying, happy Saturday all. Hi, Tanya. And we have SLNX saying, he's so talented.
That's my girlfriend.
All right. Hi, girlfriend. He is talented. I tell you. When I first saw your videos, I was like, wait a second, what's happening here? And then you would put out another one. I'm like, uh-oh, so that wasn't just a one-time thing. Like, actually, like, you're actually doing this.
Yeah. I've had some clips that I did over the week. But, those clips, I don't really too like how they came out. So those, they may just stay in the archive for a long while. And then maybe some ideas may click to my mind. I could, put it together. It's not trash. It's still
no,
good,
but you could probably still use it. But like you say,
Yeah.
maybe just in a different format or something.
Yeah. And sometimes I just make sure I become very patient with it, because sometimes these videos, some of them, the last few have really tested me. It have the one that the name was called Get Ripped. That video took me 4 days to make. I got sick making that video as well, because I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep making that video, and then I got such a high fever and runny nose, and oh man, I was like, oh, it's okay. At least the video came out.
Incredible.
I was just so hell bent on getting my video done.
Yeah, you probably push yourself.
Yeah, I knew it was pushing my body. I felt it because I would work out, eat, sleep late, and get up early. Repeat that cycle for 4 days straight. And I knew my body isn't recovering from the workout. I'm not getting to sleep.
Yeah.
And so that happened. But,
yeah. Well, at least you learn from it.
Yes. I won't be making that mistake.
Right, and then you get to know your body too. So that's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell us. No, go ahead.
You get. All right.
No.
One thing what the body is when you just eat healthy, you also need the other aspects like rest and sleep, especially sunlight and fresh air. I'm used to getting sunlight, but for the past year or year and a half, I have not been getting a lot. I still make sure I do get it, but sunlight is really, really important, for your body as well, to make sure you're even getting the vitamin D as well, and fresh air in your lungs. Being locked up in the house all the time, you probably get sick like that. You probably can get sick like that.
Totally. I agree. I mean, that's why for me it's so important to take long walks and gosh, we have so much noise here.
No, it's okay.
But it's so important to take long walks, get fresh air, sunshine, exercise. I mean, I think you're right.
That's very important. And walking is really a good cardio, especially for the heart. The heart is really the strongest muscle. It's not the muscles on your biceps and your abs. It's really.
That's a good point.
You need to keep this strong. So.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I really do that.
Yeah, no. I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of times we think like how you're into, I'll call it bodybuilding or fitness and everything.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think, well, that's enough. I'm doing that. I'm doing my diet. I have a great diet. I have great fitness. I'm getting my sleep. But like you say, there's so much more to it, No,
it's never enough. And I don't think it will ever be enough. There's always a next level, I think being truly healthy is a tough task. It's not as easy as you think. The next step for me is starting to get more organic food and like maybe having a farm so I can know what's going on with my food, because sometimes even the inorganic foods we eat are not so healthy. No. I've heard farmers say, if you know how much pesticides we spray on these apples, you wouldn't eat them.
You're
So
joking. They actually say that?
it's
That
true.
is so
It's true.
scary.
And my dad is really pushing me to eat more organic
Yeah,
stuff,
I agree.
So
Totally.
that's a level I'm right down here now, but I'm slowly taking my way to climb up there, until I
And
finally
you know
get
what? You're gonna, I mean, first of all, the taste is so much better.
it. It really is. It really, really is.
The taste is way better for organic. Obviously, you're not gonna have all that junk on there, pesticides,
Yeah,
herbicides, all
yeah,
the
yeah,
junk they're spraying on
yeah.
it. So you're gonna just get more nutrients. And I have seen a study where the nutrition levels of organic
Hmm.
foods is way higher than the
Yeah,
conventional foods.
yes,
Way
yes.
higher.
I
So
realized
you'll
that when I start
definitely,
eating organic apples, I'm like, whoa, it
oh,
tastes way better than the
they
inorganic
taste like
ones,
apples. They taste like
you
apples.
know, you know. And I
Yeah,
think
and the
one of the
other ones
best,
just taste like water or
it really
something. I
does.
don't
It tastes
know.
like half the nutrients, You're just getting a half of it, and then
Yeah,
the organic, you're getting the whole thing.
totally, totally. No, I
Yeah,
agree. I think that's awesome that you're trying to like ramp it up.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But slow progress is always very good, because if you jump too high, you're gonna fall right back down to level one. You have to start all over again. You can't skip the steps. Cannot. Have to
You
take
know,
your
I
time.
I agree. I'm a big believer of progress over perfection. So you
Yes,
make you
yes,
make baby steps or you make big
yeah,
steps. You just kind of get,
yes,
climb up the ladder and like
yes,
you're saying, you're making improvements in so many areas. So I
yes,
definitely
yes.
think that's the way to go.
Yeah, yeah. It really is.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. So tell us, so we talked about your peers and you as a young person. So how do you handle naysayers and critics, people who are really skeptical about, the vegan diet and lifestyle? How do you handle those types of people and comments?
No, I don't get those comments.
Oh, oh,
I
you're
don't get those
lucky.
comments. I don't have naysayers telling me it's not gonna work and blah blah blah. As I said, I'm not really around a lot of people, and the people I am around are very positive and uplifting. That's very important. The people that you hang around with, it's really
Totally.
important. So I don't get that. Even if I do go somewhere, I'm very skeptical on who I tell I'm vegan. I can almost read who you are before I know what you're gonna say. So I won't just tell anyone I'm vegan or raw vegan. So that's
Yeah.
something I do.
Yeah. Well, especially if you know that they're just going to be very negative and
Yeah,
critical and,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I can see why you take that approach. So
But for
tell
the
us, for the
for the
people,
people who I've told, random strangers, they've always been very happy about it and surprised and like, how
yeah,
am I doing this? What tips do you have? So it's really, and I think me being raw vegan, I don't like to say this. Some people think it's like the highest level of veganism. So I don't like to truly tell people I am a raw vegan, because whoa, that's the hard vegan, So
I think there is a hierarchy. There is this thing about, well, certain vegans are better than others, and I've
yeah,
spoken
yeah.
about that, and I think it's really sad, when
Did
we
did did
do.
did did you mention that in a video?
Yeah, I talked about that.
You should share that video to me so I could watch it. That's something I've, with me. I don't speak about negative stuff, but I have realized with a few raw vegans, just because we are raw vegans, we think we are superior to vegans, which is not true. You should never have that mindset. You should always be very caring and humble to your peers. So I think it's not really a cool thing, but
It happens. It happens. And I don't know if I don't know what the intention is behind it, obviously. But my thing
hmm.
is, I applaud anyone who is
Yes,
not eating animals. As long as you're
yes,
not eating animals,
yes,
it's a journey. I started off on a lot of fast food. I was eating
yeah,
lots of, vegan burgers and French
yeah,
fries and
yeah,
pastries and cookies. If
yeah.
it said vegan, I was gonna eat it. That was my thing. I'm serious. And then as I learn more about, okay, I need to clean things up here. I'm
Yeah,
consuming lots of
yeah,
processed
yeah,
sugar, lots of
yeah.
processed
That's
food.
good. That's
Yeah,
good.
and so then I just kind
Yeah,
of progressed along the journey to get
yeah,
closer to vegan, to raw
yeah,
vegan. And
yeah,
so, but yesterday I had a fajita bowl that was cooked,
yeah,
and I had nacho
yeah,
chips, and I didn't digest
yeah,
them very well. But it was
yeah,
like, oh, it's Friday. I want to treat. I want to
yeah,
treat myself.
yeah,
So sure, it wasn't as great as my raw smoothies and my raw
yeah,
salads, but I was like,
yeah,
I'm kind of out and about, in the city. I just want
yeah,
to like have something different, and
yeah.
and sure, my digestion is a little bit, messed up sometimes,
You know,
but I just feel like we need to, like, really encourage each other.
yes, that is very important. Always making sure you're helping someone. Because some people could be going through a lot of health conditions. And just us, seeing our stuff, hearing from us could really make a change. Because this all the stuff I have learned over the years, it's from people. I've heard this from this person, this from that person. I've just heard so many stuff put all together, learned, figure it out, experienced it myself, and that's where I am today. So
Totally, which, I'm so glad you said that, which is why for me, like, having a vegan community is so important
yeah,
too, because
yeah,
I learned tons from other people,
yeah, yeah,
and so I think it's super important.
yeah.
Guys and gals, if you have questions for Brandon, please put them down in the comment section below. We have about 15 minutes left, Brandon. So you started a little bit to
All right.
talk about like folks who come up or who talk to you about, you're vegan and they're curious. So what do you say to
Mm-hmm.
vegan curious people or new vegans when they want to, get some ideas from you about, well, how to start their vegan journey? What do you say to
Um,
them?
I haven't got that question yet from any individual, but what I would say, I would tell them to slowly start getting some whole foods into the diet, you know, and stop, or maybe not stop, but cut back on some of maybe the secondary stuff you put on your food, the oils and all the other stuff that really packs in those calories. So I would
Yes.
tell them to like cut back on those stuff and to slowly getting more whole foods. And I say whole foods, I mean real whole foods, not whole foods that are tweaked and this and that. That's real whole food. Cause me being raw, I think it's a lot to do with my taste buds. When I start eating salads, I've always eaten them raw, just like that. And it was kind of tough at first, but with me, I always know the body will adapt, so I always keep trying. Because I've
Yes.
always just ate raw lettuce and tomatoes just like that, and over
Hmm.
time, it started to get better and better for me, and that's how I eat all this raw food like this.
Yeah, and our
So
taste buds do adapt, and I mean,
yes,
it's, there's research on that we
it,
can
re- it
train our taste buds even to.
I believe so. I believe so.
Yeah, that's what they say. And so that's why, for example, me, I have a sweet tooth. I've always had a sweet tooth, even growing
Why,
up.
why,
And
why is that? Do you have a sweet
I,
tooth now?
well, I still do, but I satisfy it with fruits, and
Yeah,
I have no cravings.
that's what I tell my mom because she
Fruits
all of a
will
sudden she
just take
has a
care of
sweet
that.
tooth,
Oh no,
and I
fruits
eat
will cure that.
it will because that's where sugar really comes from anyways.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
that
We have
mhm.
Tanya saying same. So Tanya has a sweet tooth.
Yeah,
Well, Tanya, I don't know how you feel about fruits, but I personally
yeah,
thrive on fruits, and
yeah,
they're so sweet. I mean, they give me so much energy,
yeah,
so just high vibrations and
and
clarity. I just love it.
there's so many different fruits all over the world, so many of them. The first time I had a date, I was like, is this real? Why is it so sweet? I've
Oh,
never
dates.
had a fruit that sweet before.
Dates are
It
so
was
sweet that I don't
yeah,
even buy them anymore to put in my
yeah,
smoothies. I kid you
yeah,
not. I kid you not.
yeah,
Because for me, dates are too sweet, quote
yeah.
unquote.
I
Um,
think so.
Yeah. So, way back when I used to use them as a kind of a sweetener, but for me
Yeah,
now, the fruits
yeah,
in and of themselves with some
yeah.
spices and, some
Me-
greens thrown in there, whatever, to
I
me,
use
that's
my dates as
sufficient.
sugar. I
They
use my
are.
dates as sugar. So I
They
would just
are.
like I haven't ate dates in a few months now, and I just walk past them. Whenever I want them, I'll go get them. But I just don't get them like that. But
Me neither. I just feel they're
yeah,
super sweet. We have a comment, Tanya. I eat about 3
yeah,
bananas every morning and bring apples and grapes to work. Dates are too sweet, but I will eat one
yeah,
once in a while. I agree, Tanya.
yeah,
I honestly, for some reason, feel right, these last several months, dates are just too sweet for me also.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. They are. You know.
Wow. Let's see.
Uh,
So, yeah, she's giving a smiley face. So, Brandon, tell us. Give us a sneak peek of what are you thinking of doing in terms of future projects that are vegan related?
Vegan related. I would love. I'm trying. This has been in my mind to make a video with the guy I mentioned earlier, Profi. He's been a raw vegan for many many years, many knowledge and stuff. He currently lives in Jamaica. And when I say raw vegan, he's a truly raw vegan. They don't even drink the bottled water. They drink water from wherever they get their water from. But they're
Or
like
coconut water
really,
too, right?
yeah,
Probably
they're
coconut water or
really,
spring
yeah,
water.
yeah. They're really elite vegans, so I would love to make a video and share that video with the vegan community. So that has been a video in my mind, so hopefully I could get it done sometime. So
That
that
would
is
be
that is a vegan
awesome.
project I will be working on in the future. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, and I'm sure you'll get a lot of people interested in it,
Yeah, yeah,
throw it up on YouTube and
yeah.
Instagram and
Yes,
I'm sure you
definitely,
get a lot of
definitely,
people.
definitely.
Yeah.
One topic I did want to bring in our live was people that don't eat vegan but are super healthy as well. And I think that's due to the fact that they are doing the other stuff right. They're not vegan, but they're working out, they're sleeping, they're recovering, they're getting sunshine, fresh air, and they're fasting. I think those stuff can also help someone who's not vegan to also be healthy, because you have those people that do really live a long life without any health problems. Do you have any opinions on that topic?
Yes, and it's so weird that it's almost like you've been reading my mind in the last few weeks because I've been
Mm-hmm.
observing people in the city, and I don't have any
Mm-hmm.
proof if they're vegan or not, but it has
Mm-hmm.
been going through my mind as to how is it that there are a lot of people who jog, for example, in my
Yeah.
neighborhood, and who like
Yeah.
power walk, and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and they're super fit.
Yeah.
Their skin looks pretty good.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
they have loads of energy, and I'm like, wow, like there's something else going on here,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
It has to be.
right. And like you're saying, and I would add to that, like relationships are super important too. Not only
Yeah.
sleep and exercise, fresh air, but
Yeah.
like being authentic, like being
Yeah.
raw and authentic in your own
Yeah.
self,
Yeah.
meditation,
Yeah.
um, obviously, as I said, real authentic self-expression,
Mm-hmm.
kind of, dealing, kind of clearing up some old trauma. So I have been kind
Yeah.
of wondering about that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there are the folks who are like in the blue zones around the world, and they're mostly plant-based. So they mainly eat
Yeah.
plants.
Yeah.
And they eat a small amount of animals in their
Yeah.
diet, but they
Yeah.
have wonderful relationships in their
Yeah.
communities.
Yeah.
They walk as a means of transportation, and so of course that's
Yes. Yes.
fresh air,
Yes.
sunshine, exercise. It's not like they have to go to the gym. It's just kind of like
Yeah.
naturally in their whole
Yeah. Yeah.
lifestyle kind of a thing.
Yes. Yes.
So I can definitely see what you're getting at.
Yeah.
And it is quite interesting. So I think you're on to something that,
I,
and that's why we say even in the vegan world,
yeah.
food is not everything. And that's a part of why
Yeah.
I'm doing these lives, because I want
Yeah.
to highlight that, what we eat is only a part of being a vegan and a vegan
Yes.
lifestyle.
Yes. Yes.
And so, like with you and your fitness, and you're talking
Yeah.
about fresh air and sunshine and exercise and
Yeah.
sleep. I mean, you're talking about, all these other things too that I feel are
Yeah.
super important.
Yeah. I think sleep is almost more important than food. Like no sleep, it could really affect you in so many negative ways. I think as raw vegans we can get away with it. I've heard raw vegans say we don't need as much sleep as
Yeah,
we used
I
before.
experienced that. Yeah.
You know?
Once I went like 100% raw, I would go 100% raw for months on
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
The number of hours that I needed to
Yeah.
sleep reduced.
Yeah.
We have a
Yeah.
question. We have a question here,
Hmm.
Tanya, or a comment. Me, almost vegan. It has taken many years, but about 7 years ago, I gave up dairy. Awesome. And 90% meat. Awesome. I'm ready to go full vegan. All right. And she says, the body needs to rest. Totally.
Yeah.
Tanya, you're on the right track. You're doing great. Keep
Yeah.
going. Keep going. We are here to support you, Tanya, and anyone else out there
Indeed.
who
Indeed.
wants
Indeed.
to, go vegan, diet
Yeah.
and lifestyle. We're all
Yeah.
here for you. Brandon, we have a few minutes left.
Hmm.
So tell everybody, please, how they can. Well, did you finish your projects, your future projects? I'm not sure if
Which one? Like my
I don't know if
videos?
you. Yeah, yeah, right, right. I just wondered if you had finished saying everything you wanted to say about your future
Um,
projects.
I will be working on my online training program for vegans and people who are not vegans who want to get in shape, because I feel like I have a very unique style of training that could really help people who need to lose weight, who want to get in shape, who want to get fit. So that I'm working on, and that will also be updated in the future. So they can stay
That's
tuned for that.
awesome.
Just keep up to date with my Guap and Vegan page, and I'll be putting out the stuff on there.
That's awesome. And unfortunately, with this whole global pandemic, um,
Yeah,
many fitness regimes and
yeah,
face-to-face encounters have just gone online. So I think
yeah, yeah,
you're super smart to do
yeah,
that. And people need it. So definitely I think
yeah,
that's a good idea.
yeah,
We have
yeah.
Tanya saying, my friend got really ill and turned raw vegan overnight, but she gained a lot of weight. I meditate and garden, LOL. Thank you for your help. Oh, well, Tanya, yeah. Well, meditation is super cool. So
Hmm.
your friend turned raw vegan overnight and she gained a lot of weight. Well, I don't know what your friend's eating, and I don't know where your friend started from to where they
Yeah,
went. So,
yeah,
I would say to your friend, if he or she feels that there's an issue,
hmm,
there are loads of, plant-based vegan coaches out there, health coaches.
hmm,
So I would say, if your friend feels like he or she needs help to course
you know,
correct anything that might have happened, I would say, find a really good coach. If you're not sure who to, recommend, just, direct message me and I can give you a few suggestions.
one thing maybe with the weight gain, it could be some weight that the body needed. With raw vegan, the weight comes and it goes. So if it did gain that weight, it probably should lose it. As well. So I think maybe that's what happened.
Yeah. Oh, she says she put on weight over the past 6 years and she teaches raw veganism. Wow. Well, again, I don't know. I don't know if she considers herself overweight or not. I'm not really sure what her
There,
goals are, or what her height requirements and body weight
yeah,
requirements are, what her activity levels are. I don't really know.
yeah. One more topic before we end our life is let me do it really quick. I don't think there's no diet, and I don't call raw vegan a diet. It's a lifestyle for us. We're not dieting from diets. you know, but there's no diet that will save you from this losing weight, you know, you have to either work out or eat less, you know, get more active, you know, do more stuff like that. You know, there's no secret diet that will help you to just lose the weight like that, no matter which one comes out, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean,
body,
it's math. It's math. It's a numbers game.
yeah.
Totally. Oh, she says she likes bread. That's a good one, Tanya. I like that. So, Brandon, tell everybody, please, what's the best way to contact you if people want to collaborate with you, if they have questions for you? What's the best way to reach you?
The best way currently will be my Go Out and Vegan page. You could DM me any information, any ideas, any collabs, and I will respond to them, and we can do some stuff in the future.
Awesome. All right, so we just have a couple minutes here, Brandon. So close us out, please. Wrap us up. Put a bow on it. I want to thank you so much for taking the time on a Saturday to come live with me and everyone else. And I will save it to my feed and IGTV and stories. But wrap us up here, Brandon, and put a bow on it. What do you want to say to us?
I just want to say, if anyone out there is going through health conditions, you know, just try, really try. Your body will adapt. You know, we're not that weak. And just try to make better health choices. You know, slow progress leads to big progress. And that's the message I'll be leaving for everyone.
Awesome. Oh, SLNX says, great live, both of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There you go. That's your girlfriend. Awesome. So listen, thank you so much again, Brandon. And I don't want us to run out of time. It's just been awesome. And I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled on your Instagram page and your YouTube channel for what you're doing these days. So thank you so much and take good care. Bye, everybody.
Thanks,
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.